Hey, it's great to have you along. I'm meteorologist Andy Parker, here to answer your questions when it comes to that icy Thursday and then the lake snow event that's coming in on Friday. Let's go ahead and bring in our panel tonight. We have weather chaser and meteorologist Dave Vogan in-house with us to cover a lot of the action coming our way. This is what we're looking at right now. It is the big picture. We've got a lot of rain in the center portion of the nation, and what's going on by the Gulf of Mexico?
Yes, severe weather walloping the southeast right now from the panhandle of Florida all the way into Mobile, Alabama. Look at all the heavy rain, though, Annie, just to the north. And then we also have a mixed bag of precip up there towards Wisconsin and Minneapolis.
That is right. It's the center portion, Dave. That's going to bring all the moisture in, and then that cold air producing some pretty good snows back to the north. We're taking your questions right now. Go ahead and pop them in, whether you're getting this on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. If you have questions about either Thursday or the weekend, you can ask them. David, let's bring it up. Here's what we've got going on. This is the arrival. Walk us through Thursday.
Yeah, hey, the first area to see the rain-snow mix is going to be this southern tier, right around just past 4 o'clock in the morning for the early risers. Actually, a lot of this is going to come in the form of ice for those of us living along I-86 up to Wyoming County and even into portions of southern Erie. Buffalo Lakeshore area going to be on the rain side, I think, for the first half of the day. Everybody seeing a mix through at least 10 o'clock in the morning. The afternoon, we see that switch over from snowed or from rain and ice to snow for the southern tier hills and areas well east of Buffalo. Buffalo still in the form of rain, and this is basically just going to stick around for much of the day on Thursday. So, Andy, it's going to be a messy one out there.
That it is.
Commute from the home and into the evening hours.
Yeah, Mike is saying, hey, the ice is what scares him. And I think it should, because that presents a very tricky problem for tomorrow morning commute. We've got a couple more folks in here. He says, Saturday night Bills game. We're going to get to that question for you. Is it too early to know the lake effect path Saturday and Sunday? We're going to get to that in a moment. Let's go ahead and talk about where this is going to be. What is it going to bring to you? This is the ice. Let's pop it on the screen and give you a peek. Look at all of that. The potential, if you're in that red area or magenta, that is where you're going to have the opportunity for some very icy roads. So you've got Route 39 all the way down to 86. Now, Dave, let's go ahead and put the snow on here. Talk about that.
Yeah, the areas that are the furthest east. So we're talking about Wyoming, Genesee County, Orleans County, Southern Orleans, that is. I mean, wherever you're seeing the darker blues, that's where you're going to shovel a little bit. Now, not talking about feet of snow, just a couple of inches, 2 to 4 out there. Very heavy, wet, good snowman weather, by the way. But that's where you're going to see the snowfall accumulation. Nothing in Buffalo, Dunkirk, the same thing. It's really not going to be a snow event here for the populated areas.
That's right. The ice, there's the ice on the screen one more time. That is the snow, and it looks like it's going to stay off to the east of Buffalo. Back to the questions we go. Here's the one that everybody wants to know. Saturday night for the Bills game. All right, let's move from Thursday into the weekend, and we're going to bring that up on the screen right now and set everybody up for what's in store. This is when the lake effect starts. It's actually Friday night, Dave.
Yeah, not very organized, but this is going to meander from time to time from Buffalo and into the North Town, sticking around in the South Town's metro area first half of your Saturday. Get into the afternoon. This is Buffalo and northward, Grand Island, Northern Erie County, Southern Niagara County, under the gun for some lake effect snow during the afternoon. Get into the evening. Here comes that band shifting south into the South Towns, right around the stadium. In fact, we can go closer here to show you some more communities that will be seeing some of that snowfall right around kickoff. Lancaster, East Aurora, Blaisdell, West Seneca, just on the fringe of Cheektowaga, Hamburg. Those are the communities by 7 o'clock that this band is going to be sticking around for at least, 4 to 6 hours, Andy.
You got it. And, of course, there's a game out there. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Payback is best served cold and snowy if we can make it happen. It looks like we've got the cold at 28 with a gusty wind. It'll feel like it's in the teens. And then we're talking snow. The potential to have this sit right over this stadium during the course of the game. It's in the cards. There's a couple days to put it all together, but that's what we're watching. Dave, let's go back to the, where is it here? There it is. We're going to go back to this one and bring this in and then slide us over so we can see it. Let's go into what's coming our way for Sunday, and then we're going to get to a few more of these questions. I've got Guy, Joe, Tracy, and Kathy all queued up.
Yeah, you know what? The good news is this is, well, for at least Buffalo area, this is going to still stay well south of South Towns and Buffalo once we get past 10 o'clock in the evening. Watch what happens Sunday morning into the afternoon. I mean, this thing just sticks in ski country from Boston Hills, Springville, just to the north of Ellicottville right there. But Sunday through 4 o'clock, I mean, this is where that band of snow is going to stick around.
All right, here we go. We're talking about, will it freeze out Tua? You better believe it'll freeze him out. I can't believe that guy. I think it's going to be something where the passing game on their end is going to take a hit. But this is not sports talk Wednesday. We're still doing weather here. Ice for Hamburg. That's a great question. We're going to pop back into that real quick and do this one. Let's pop this on the screen, switch it over to ice, and then let's go into some of the South towns and see if Hamburg is going to be involved in this. Kathy, I have a feeling that in Hamburg, if you're near the lake shore, you're out of this. If you're going to be inland, a little closer to 391 and the 219, you may get some sleet out of this, but not a huge hit. It's south of Springville is where you'll find more of that. Thank you for your question. Here's another one. Will there be blowing snow with temperatures below 30, making it fluffier? Dave, take that one. The consistency of the snow on Saturday at the stadium.
You know, that's a great question. I think this is going to be a wet snow, more snowman-like. I mean, temperatures will be around 32 degrees or at least freezing for much of the day Saturday. Once we go into kickoff, upper 20s, I don't think you're going to see that white fluffy snow. I think it's going to be more wet out there at Highmark Stadium.
You got it. Yeah, temperature's not too far from 30, but that is a great question. It will not be, who is it, Dave? It will not be as wet as the Jets game. That was literally a rain-snow mix. We're going to have something better than this. Dawn encapsulates that. It says, ooh, there we go. Will it be shovelable snow in Williamsville and by the airport on Saturday? Dave, back to Saturday we go so that we can answer this question for David. He specifically says, is it a shovelable snow for Williamsville and the airport on Saturday? A disorganized element of lake effect early on. It's not intense, but those are the communities he was asking about. It looks like there's going to be some snow up there, yes?
Yeah, you know, shovel, yes. I would say
that's right. It doesn't look like we're going to have a huge hit up there, but we're looking at a few inches of snow during the course of the day on Saturday. That was for David up and around that area. All right, West Seneca. Will it be ice? Let's go back to the ice map, and we're happy to handle that for Pat out in West Seneca. So first we bring this up, switch it over to the ice, and bring it back into the South Towns. You can't get this service anywhere else. We'll zoom right into your backyard, and you can see that West Seneca is a little closer. As a matter of fact, let's bring in Buffalo, and I think we'll pull that in. It might be included in there. Oh, we missed it. Just your cousins to Sloan, but there's West Seneca. No, it does not look like a big icing vent. For West Seneca, I think you'll have a little bit of sleet. Kathy says, thank you. We thank you, Kathy. Anybody out there, go ahead and share this stream if you would. That would be fantastic. Give us a like and give us a share. That is huge. Does the ice model show the ice thickness? She can't tell what the colors mean. Dave, I'm going to pop this on the screen for the ice. And then do you want to narrate the totals here real quick while I'll bring this back out to all of Western New York and explain what the numbers mean there for Trace?
Yeah, wherever you're seeing the purples and the reds, that's a good chance you're going to see some icing. You know, it doesn't matter if it's just 1/100 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch. Once you get ice on the roadways, that's basically it's going to be a slick commute, especially Jamestown, Olean, Wellsville. Those are going to be the areas that have the best chance to see some icing. The further north you go, the further you're living along the shores of Lake Erie, so Evans, Buffalo, the less of a chance you're going to see some of that ice out there.
You got it. Moving on. We have Tracy, another one here. Just a big yuck. You better believe it. Cheryl's in the house. She says hello. She had some questions about the metro area, and I'm going to bet that she's wondering about both the rain or the ice and then the snow. So let's do this for Cheryl. She's not involved in the ice, but the snow situation misses the city as well. It's a pretty easy go. You might get a little slick spot. The morning drive tomorrow could be tricky in just about anywhere in Western New York as this gets going. Will Buffalo get hit again? She wants to know. You want to take that one, Dave?
Hey, you know what? Yeah, it's going to sweep through a couple of times Saturday. Best chance for snow in South Buffalo is going to be, afternoon and evening. That's when you're going to see that band begin to intensify and then sweep into, from Buffalo and the North towns all the way into the South towns. So that's going to be the window to keep an eye on.
All right. Tomorrow, it's not snow in Buffalo, but it will be on Saturday. Let's talk about this one. What about Lockport? Tomorrow in Lockport, I'm going to go back to this one here. It is not a huge icing event in Lockport, but it does look like you're going to have an opportunity to get some snow right on the edge. You'll be on the edge, probably some sleet up there, but it is not a direct hit from ice or snow in Lockport, but probably enough to cover the ground. All right. In Eden and Boston, and let's cover this one. I think we're talking about Thursday yet, so let's go there. And this is Eden and Boston. That is going to be the South Towns, and let's bring this on the screen. You can see where she was concerned about is right down in here, and that is maybe a tenth. That's 2 millimeters, so that might equate to a tenth of an inch. That's enough that if you have an untreated roadway or driveway, you could end up with some icy conditions there tomorrow. Certainly, any of those roads that go south of East Aurora could be the ones under the gun. Ice for Clarence on Thursday. You want to take that one, Dave?
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at this map right now, and the areas that are south of the thruway, that's where you're going to see a better chance for that icing, especially in Holland Arcade areas 219, moving north of the thruway. That's where that cutoff is. That's where that warmer air above is going to slide on in and prevent some of that freezing rain from falling, but still wouldn't rule out some sleet.
You got it.
Clarence.
All right, moving on again. Thank you very much, Pam. Now to Paula. Is Elma on the hit list? I think she's referring to Saturday. Let's go ahead and bring Saturday back on the screen if we can, and we're going to walk you through the start of this and on into the end. And by the way, if you're watching right now, smash that like button and do us a favor and hit share too. That's a bigger thing. If you could share this on your stream and we could spread the news about this, it's fantastic. We'll take all your questions. All we ask is a like and a share. That is huge. All right, let's go ahead and put this up. And we are looking at Elma. She wants to know, is Elma on the hit list? And I think the hit list means like a direct hit in Elma. And it doesn't look like this is going to be so much as an afternoon, but I think Elma is kind of the same as Orchard Park there, right, Dave?
Yeah, this is going to wobble up and down during the day on Saturday, and it's going to spread the wealth. Everybody's getting a little bit of something out of this. It's not sitting on top of one town for a long chunk of period. So, yeah, Elmo's going to get something, Andy. Just not going to be, snowblower material out there.
Not a huge hit on Saturday, that's for sure. Yeah. All right, want to come back to this one here. We've got where was it? She says, appreciate the explanation. We appreciate you, Tracy. Give us a share. Cheryl wants to know, my mom heard we have a winter storm watch. What is going on? We have two pieces of this weather system. That's what's going on. We've got the one that comes in Thursday, and then the winter storm is really for the snow that's going to get spread around during the course of our Saturday and Sunday. That's what's happening there. So that's why we have it. We've got another one. Sounds like a home day. It could be. It will not be fun to travel around Western New York on Saturday morning. Dave Cash in the house wearing his best Rudolph costume there. Thank you, David. Can't wait. Guy Z, this guy is looking for plow advice in north of the 33 in northern Erie County. Where are they? When are they going to be plowing up there, David?
Oh, Saturday. I would say best chance for snow up in Williamsville will be Saturday.
Saturday, and I think we're going to spit out in that area that he's talking about, just north of the Thruway, north of the 33. If you said 4 to 6 inches of snow during the entirety of Saturday from when this begins to ends, that's probably a good number. That is a plowable number. I think they get activated at 2 or 3 inches. Cheektowaga, hold that setting, David. Tell them about Cheektowaga. I think we're in the same boat here. I think the worst of it in Cheektowaga is during the, let's see, we were saying that it was the morning hours, right?
Yeah, morning and evening, I would say. You can see the darker blues here. That's more intense snow, but this thing is not going to be organized to begin with. It's going to kind of wobble up and down between Buffalo, the south towns, and eventually into the north towns during the day, and then back south during the evening.
All right, power outages. Richard has a great question, and it's a valid one because on Thursday, you get the ice, then you get the wind, and then you get that mix. Let's go back and talk about the ice real quick because this is going to be the location right here in the darker reds where you're going to have the potential to get those gusty winds and the ice. That really that weighs down the branches, makes them break. And Dave, you said that we've seen this before, and you've actually had to chase this thing and find where the power lines were down. You've seen this happen before with the power outages in Cattaraugus County.
Yeah, that ice is just going to add some weight onto the power lines. And whenever you get a gusty breeze or a gusty wind, in the southern tier, some of these winds gusting up to 30, 35 miles an hour, that might be enough to create some power outages. So just something to keep in the back of your head.
Hey, he wants a wind direction and speed. Hit him with that in the southern tier.
I want to say it's a good question.
Southeast, 40 to 50 miles an hour in the southern tier, about 35 to 40 in the north towns. Stock the bird feeders, and she's ready to go. Dawn says, thank you. We thank you. If you're watching right now, smash that like button and share the stream. We're trying to get the word out on this storm coming up. All right, we've got a long question here. I did not read this ahead of time. Let's go ahead. Why is the warning till Tuesday for Chautauqua County? Is it a long duration for us in Kennedy? Dave, take it away.
That's a great question because once we go into Sunday, immediately at midnight, that is going to stay well south of Buffalo into the Boston Hills. It's going to be the northern cutoff, and then really the hilltops out there in the ski country. So that's where it's going to remain for the rest of its duration there. So that's a good question.
Yeah, lake snow stays to the south and on Sunday, no doubt about it. And I think we can depict it here. And he's in Kennedy. So that's Chautauqua County. If we roll this out to Sunday for him and see what this is Joe
that's on
again
the ridge
asking
top,
about.
Correct?
What's that?
That's on the ridge top, correct?
Kennedy, yeah. Yep. So go ahead and zoom out a little bit. It'll be easier for Joe to see it with the contrast, and he knows where he's at. So there it is. You can see how this is going to impact Chautauqua County from Sunday into Monday, and then and possibly until Tuesday. So that's why that goes that long. Here we go. Morning commute. Lisa wants to know from West Seneca to UB campus around 7 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go back to Thursday real quick. I think the biggest issue you're going to have there, Lisa, is going to be the opportunity for some icy roads right out of the gate. The good news is they're going to pre-salt this thing. They know the storm is coming. So any untreated roads, the secondary roads might be the ones that you have a bigger problem with. Let's move on to Corfu and Darien, and let's talk about what they get tomorrow in Corfu and Darien. Let's go ahead and put Thursday on the map and kind of roll through time and give them a look at their Thursday from the morning to the afternoon and the evening, and then we'll put the snow total up for them, David.
Yeah, going to start off as rain in the morning, 7 o'clock. Here it comes, arriving in Corfu. The afternoon, you're going to see a rain-snow mix, and eventually this transitions over to rain for Batavia and Corfu. And it's going to be rain-snow mix really through much of the afternoon and evening, Andy.
You got it. So there you go. How much are they going to get out there? Let's put the snow up and let her see what we're working with here. We're going to bring that in, and there you go. Out in, you're not far from Batavia, so you're going to end up in the, let's clear that out, bring it back, and then this is going to be in the form of inches. So you're going to be in that
1 to 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, whatever you want to call it. But that's what we're looking at. Out there. So not a ton. That answers that question. We knew there was a Lancaster question coming. Didn't I tell you that there was one coming? So let's go ahead and bring this in to the South Towns. And I believe we include Lancaster in the South Towns on this view. There we go. And as far as snow, Lancaster, this is not a big deal for you when it comes to the snow totals. I think the potential there in Lancaster, along with everything else, is that you're going to have a shot at some icy roads early in the morning. And then as you get to the afternoon, it looks like that rain-snow mix that Dave was pointing out. Moving on, she says, let it snow. I've seen a lot of green grass yet, so it's about time that this thing starts hitting, and we're ready for some coverings here. Tracy, again, are there lake effect winter warnings updated yet? Yeah, they're updating them all the time. Paula says, thank you. Paula, thank you. Smash that like button if you got what you wanted. With us here, hit the like button, hit the share button as you move on, as you're heading out, or if you just walked in, go ahead and do it right out of the gate. Lancaster, tomorrow morning, we just covered that one. No problem. Thank you, Tracy. We appreciate that. We've got one here. Glenwood and Orchard Park between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Thursday. Dave, I'm going to pop this back up. Take it away. Walk them through. Looks like Glenwood, kind of Colden to Orchard Park, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday.
Yeah, you're going to get a mixed bag of precip. I can move this back even further here. The start of the event, we're talking 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, you're still seeing some rain showers mixed in with some sleet and possibly freezing rain. And then the afternoon, everything's going to switch over to a rain-snow mix.
You got it. There you go. So again, the morning, a little trickier than anything else. Working my way down here. Let's go. Where do we leave off? Thanks, gentlemen. Looking forward to it. Thank you, Guy. Appreciate it. We covered Lancaster. Rob has a question. To travel to and from the Bills game, will it be treacherous? Treacherous is a big word that I don't pull out of the vernacular right away. Are you going to have to drive through some snow? Are some people going to have to take a little extra time to get there? Yes. Are they still going to pack the stadium? Yes. This is not a debilitating lake effect ban. It's going to be a significant one because it starts Friday and lasts a long time, but it'll be on the move a little bit more. Very manageable. We're not calling this the mega ban, are we, David? That's not a term we're using for this one.
No, it's not the Bills and Colts game, a couple of years back. This is going to be near the stadium between 4 and 10 o'clock during the afternoon and evening on Saturday.
You got it. West Seneca between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. You didn't tell us, tomorrow. So there we go. Bring that back up, and we'll see if we can rewind you for West Seneca. Again, by 10 a.m., I think we're out of the scare range for ice. You might get a little bit of sleet, but it's probably raining on her, right?
Yeah, umbrellas. You're going to need it in West Seneca, Cheektowaga. Those are going to be the areas that are going to be wet. 10 to 1 o'clock, you should be fine. You should be able to get to your destination.
You got it. I'm staying home. Let's go, Buffalo. All right, what do we got here? This is an interesting one. John says, when can we expect to have the first 3 inches? I had to look twice. I'm like, is that 3 feet? 3 inches of accumulation in East Aurora. He's a local snowplow operator. Do we want to hit on that one? I don't think it comes Thursday. I'm going to bring this up. And East Aurora, I think it's safe. You are not getting 3 inches of snow on Thursday. Now on Saturday, that's a whole nother story. If we were to say, when does East Aurora get 3 inches of snow? It's not Saturday morning. It's probably the evening hours of Saturday, right?
Yeah, this is 7 o'clock. So toggling between 4 o'clock Saturday, and then here it comes 7 o'clock. Right on into East Aurora, Orchard Park, 20A, and it's going to stick around through 10 o'clock in the border and the fringe, at least through early Sunday morning.
Yeah, you'd have to be really unlucky, John. If this thing somehow sets up early on Saturday, you could get a little snow, but to cross that 3-inch mark, it's probably looking like an evening situation. Joe says, thank you. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. Hit the share button. We love that. 7 a.m. North Boston to Cheektowaga. It's going to be a slick drive because North Boston is in the ice zone, if you will. As we pop that back on the screen, there's North Boston as we go into some of the South towns. Let's see if we pull that in. It looks like it's there. North Boston up to, what'd you say, Cheektowaga at 7 a.m. That'll be a tricky drive. You might get out in front of the arrival time, but it'll be one that I would want to plan a little extra time for that one. Is there going to be anything in Albion? Should we look at Albion for anything? Let's widen this thing back out. Ice in Albion? No. I think what you're going to end up with is the opportunity for some snow up in Albion on Thursday. But why don't we focus on your view here, Dave? Take her through Thursday for Albion as we kind of look at the Northtown specifically.
Yeah, Albion's going to be seeing a rain-snow mix, starting off at rain during the first portion of Thursday, and then afternoon, that's when we see that switch over from rain to snow, rain-snow mix throughout the day.
There you go. Okay, rain, snow mix. You get a little bit up there. And then will we have a white Christmas? Dave, I'm going to go out on the limb here. Yes, we're having a white Christmas. I ordered one, so I know it's coming. I called Amazon, ordered a white Christmas. I have Prime. They said they'll deliver, so we should be good to go. In Cheektowaga, I think we covered that. A little bit of icy conditions in the morning Thursday. My guess is Billy wants to know about snow totals on Saturday. I think we're throwing 4 to 6 on the ground out there because this thing just hasn't settled on a location yet. So that's the early number that we're putting out there. He just says tomorrow morning. Robin doesn't get specific where. I know we just walked through it. Let's go to the what do I want to say? The full view and go all of Western New York. Walk through Thursday for everybody.
Okay, first
just real quick.
First area to see the rain snow mix and even some icing conditions. Southern tier, the afternoon. Everybody, sees that switch over. At least the eastern counties seeing that switch over from rain or from ice to rain snow mix, and really the shorelines of Lake Erie. You're just going to be stuck with a lot of rain showers throughout the day.
Yep, that's right. Hey, fill the screen with likes and shares, Harold. Shares, Cheryl. Boy, that was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Will the freeze car door shut Thursday in Hamburg? Don't think so. You could end up with a glaze on the windshield there, but it's not. This is not in Hamburg going to be a debilitating ice storm. What do we got here? Ashley says, wow, looking at 67 inches total, West Seneca OP area. We tend to have a wild line there. Yes, you do. And that's kind of what we're looking at during the entirety of your Saturday as this thing finally starts moving south. What happens Saturday night, how far south it goes, that's still in play. Machias. We haven't talked about Machias, but it's beautiful out there. Some open fields. You get some gusty winds, and I think we're going to get some blowing snow in Machias during the course of the day on Saturday when this thing slides back down in the evening.
Yeah. Sorry, do you want me to take that?
No, go ahead. I think we kind of covered it, but if you want to pull it
up
on the map,
that was fine.
All right, great. Brenda says right along the shoreline in Dunkirk. Now, Thursday, Brenda, you're not going to end up with anything but probably some rain, maybe a little sleet early on, and then that's it. No snow, no nothing. When it comes to snow in Dunkirk, Dave, when does the window open for them to hop into the snow scene?
You're going to have to wait. It's not Saturday, but it's going to be Sunday. That's when you're going to see snowfall, that lake effect band along the shorelines of Dunkirk, Westfield, and even inland on the hilltops there.
That it is. It'll come down there. You can see it there. What is that? That is 12:15, 7 p.m. We'll run that forward into Sunday, and then that'll give Dunkirk.
So Saturday night, Sunday.
Yep, there it is. Sunday. Sunday's your day down in Dunkirk. Franklinville to Buffalo at 6 a.m. on Route 16. Franklinville to Buffalo on Route 16. Not a pretty picture. You want to find that one?
It's going to be an icy drive. I mean, just take it easy on the roads to begin the day. But once you hit 219 towards Hamburg, that's where it's going to be mostly rain.
6 a.m. What time does it get in there at Franklinville?
Franklinville is just past 4 o'clock. I can rewind here. So
yep, there it is.
Between 4 and 7, and that's where the ice is. But notice up here towards Buffalo, I mean, it's going to take an hour and a half drive, right, from Franklinville to Buffalo. Once you go north of Springville, 219 Boston Hills, I mean, you're in the clear. Just going to be rain.
He might be able to outrun it. We'll see see what the timing is. We'll keep it right there. North Collins, will there be ice? Yeah, it looks like that's a potential. One of the spots that could end up getting some ice is in North Collins. I'll bring that in here. We'll switch the view a little bit. I'm going to take you into the South Towns. We'll go right into where North Collins is, and you can see that you're going to be in kind of the ice zone, if you will, and that's going to be enough down there that you could end up with a glaze in North Collins. There we go. What's the expectation for Saturday? I think it's really like a 2-touchdown win on Saturday. And I think that the big question is, does the weather help the defense or the offense, or does it hurt the offense? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I think, if anything, the breeze will hurt the kicking game. The kicking game is the one that I'd be concerned about. Going to the game on Saturday, hope we get out okay. I don't think anybody is sleeping over at the stadium, right? First of all, they don't let you. So they're going to close it up no matter what.
Well, this is
not a big enough event. No one's getting stuck in the parking lot, right?
Yeah, you don't have to bring a flamethrower for this. This is going to be something that, hey, if you want to bring a shovel just in case, put it in the back of the vehicle. I mean, that's always a very good idea throughout the entire winter, just to have that just in case. But other than that, I think we're going to be just fine out at the stadium. Just expect some snowfall during the game.
That is right. I think the bigger issue after last week, battling the rain and then the snow and then it's cold, but it was the wet. This time, I think you take the rain out of the equation and you've got 20s that feel like teens, and then you get some snow. So you definitely want to have that layer of you got to protect yourself from the cold, number one. And then when the snow hits you, if you can still be water repellent, just a ski jacket and snow pants. We've got another one in here. Why is the warning all the way out till Tuesday in Chautauqua County? I think we might have covered that one for him.
Yeah.
And Robin says, thank you. And we thank you. And it is great to have everybody along. It's fun to do this for everybody. Your questions are important. We're happy to answer them. We're providing you as much information as you want. And all we ask in return is that you hit the like button or the share button and spread the word. And it looks like we just got another 10 or 20 people just walked in the door. If you guys have some questions, pop them in right now. We're getting ready to wrap this up for another day, but if you like and subscribe to the page, it'll give you a little ping next time we do this. And if you text 503-ANDY, you'll be on our list. And then that way, when we do these, you'll also be alerted. So thank you very much, Faye. We appreciate you and everyone else who stopped by today with all of your questions. If you want to pop them in the thread, we're happy to answer them later. But for now, on behalf of David and myself, we appreciate you stopping by. And we'll be back tomorrow with a look ahead at the weekend and any of the icing problems that affect Western New York. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.